Hi Capricorn, this is going to be your reading for May 2020. I'm going to be pulling a Celtic cross for you today, and this is not intended to be any sort of type of reading. We're just going to see what comes out and go from there. It is intended to be a general reading, and that means it may or may not resonate with all of you, but if it does, all the better. If you would like to add your energies to the channel and like and subscribe to this video, I would greatly appreciate it. So Capricorn, what do we have going on in the month of May? Let's see. I'm going to do one more shuffle here. Message is for Capricorn, May 2020. Let's see what we got. Okay, feeling overwhelmed, a little bit burdensome. I'm going to lay out the cross first and kind of generally go through things, and then we will come back and clarify at the end. Heavy burdens on you, too many things going on, wanting to put this down, not... Yeah, you're a little confused, got a lot of options, and so the things that aren't filling you with passion, you're just wanting to put down and release. You want complete and total balance back in your life, so it's like, I've been carrying around way too much, and if you want to be a part of this, you need to take some of these burdens away from me, because I'm seeing through the confusion now. I'm seeing through the illusions, the options, and the options that I have are that you're either going to share this with me, share these burdens with me, or I'm putting them all down. It's kind of the energy I'm getting. In the past, you're like looking at your self-worth here, looking at what you have to offer, and then coming into the present, deciding that you have a lot to offer, and if this person or this scenario or this situation or this job or whatever it is, if this thing isn't going to balance you out and give to you what you are putting into it, you're not here for it. In your mind, you're like, I can just start over. I can put this down and start over. If you don't want to help me balance this out, I see very clearly that I can do this by myself. But what comes in the future is a little bit of nostalgia, a little past life energy, something that makes it feel like home. So there could be reconciliation with this card coming in. So we will see. In your subconscious, you're trying to have patience with this situation. You again want to balance this out and kind of using restraint in order to allow things to kind of play itself out. In your emotions, you're focused kind of on leaving home and setting out on this new adventure. In your headspace, in your hopes and fears is a feeling of lack, a feeling left out in the cold. It's like, I feel like you're hoping to not feel this. So maybe this is you kind of taking the action to do it first. We will see. In your outcome, okay. In the outcome, you have the Three of Swords. There's a lot of hurt here involved. I'm feeling like someone is not budging and not wanting to help you to achieve this balance in your life. And it's causing you a lot of heartache, but we will see how this plays out. I'm going to read the energies of the cards, and we're going to now come back and clarify, and I hope that this resonates for you. Capricorn, you are walking away right now and going back and forth trying to figure out how you're going to speak this truth about putting down these burdens. You're not happy where you are. Something isn't balancing you out. It's causing you a lot of confusion. And you're moving on. There's confusion here. There's a need for balance here. You already know this, which is what's happening. It's like you want to communicate about this imbalance, but the confusion and the options and all of it is somehow still keeping you holding on to it, even though you ultimately in your gut want just to balance things back out. Something is keeping you stuck, holding on to these burdens that you simply just want to put down. At your root, you know your worth, you want balance. This is Capricorn card showing up here. You know your worth. It's standing in your power, having a lot of abundance, authority figure, standing strong in self-power, just realizing that you have a choice, realizing that you get to steer the direction of your own life. And if this other person isn't going to balance things out for you, then you can balance things out for yourself. And this is like you in your headspace with the Fool ready to do that. It's like, so what if I'm the Fool? I'm going to balance this shit out with or without you. And this is recognizing the decision, or recognizing that you have a say so in this. And I feel like the Three of Cups here is like the reason to celebrate that you've gone through this, and this is the information that you're coming out on the other side. The reason to celebrate is because you realize that this is imbalanced, and through you stepping into your own power, the universe is celebrating for you, that you finally come to this conclusion that you ultimately hold the power to move on with this or move away from this. So in the past, this isn't, again, looking at what you're offering to the situation. Could have been dealing with a fire sign here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could be sun, moon, rising, whatever. It's like this person wants to offer you their love, right? They're powerful, they're strong, they're loyal, they're kind, they're all of these good qualities. But there's just so much drama surrounding them and so much chaos, and things are just so imbalanced. And that causes you to take another look at like what you're offering to the situation. It's like, I'm not getting back what I'm putting in, or this is too chaotic for me. It's like this person is great on paper, but when you really get down to like the way that they bring inner conflict and drama and arguments into your life, it's like, oh, just want to walk away and put these burdens down, because you need to help me stop feeling this way. It's like the 5 wands that you're bringing to this is real heavy, and I already have 5 of my own, and I'm holding your 5, and so I'm done. I can't hold on to both of our stuffs. It's got you wanting in your headspace to move to calmer waters, start this brand new adventure, working together with community, maybe going back to school here, learning a new trade. But whatever it is, this new journey is, you think that it's going to bring you the sun and the happiness back into your life that you so desperately want. The future, I see this as like it's like I feel that you're going to be thinking a lot about the situation that you are deciding to leave behind in the future. And it's because it's nostalgic, it's because it's familiar, it's like you thought that it was going to be the end all be all because this person was so good on paper and like you were so willing to offer your cup of love here. But then upon further examination, it was like, this is too much. It causes me a lot of anxieties. And I feel like the strength card here could be dealing with a Leo because this is Leo power, this is Leo power. It's just going to take a lot of inner strength to remember the anxieties that this partnership and this happiness that you thought was there was providing you. It was providing you a lot of with a lot of burdens and a lot of mental like anxieties. In your subconscious, you've got Temperance, the Devil, King of Cups, and King of Swords or Knight of Swords. It's like you're finding that balancing out the devil balancing out the way that we interacted here, the way that we moved so quickly into situations wasn't so healthy. I think this is you figuring this out. It's like the balance that you wanted or that you want so desperately now. It was like maybe in the past you were just rushing headstrong into like whatever felt good emotionally and thought it was balanced, but like underneath it all, it was just like not good and toxic and creating problems. Like again, like I get this feeling of like it was great on paper and then it would just wasn't. This is you communicating that clearly now. You're wanting to start this new journey, you're kind of emotionally holding back, maybe watching this person from afar and examining the situation, keeping everything really close to you, keeping your information or your feelings close to you. There's some secrets here about how you're feeling, but you're just not ready to um, express that yet to this, yeah, this like player energy that's surrounding you. Maybe you just feel that they're a player, but it doesn't have to be a player, it's just someone who's in and out of your life at the moment. It's like you're focused elsewhere and you're not really sharing that yet because you've listened to your intuition and you ultimately know the way you want to go, but you're also kind of holding back and not really wanting to communicate that to them. And your hopes and fears are the Five of Pentacles, the Emperor, Seven of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. You want destiny to come in here and be your emperor. You want destiny to come in and sweep you out of this situation. but you're gonna have to claim your power and do it yourself, because I have a feeling you wanting to skip out on what's happening around you isn't going to work for you. You're going to have to ultimately step into your own power and come out of this either financial issue or this relationship that's got you feeling left out and by yourself and alone. You're going to have to step into your power yourself to handle it and fight through these anxieties that it gives you. So, in your outcome, there's a lot of hurt with the Three of Swords. There's a lot of pain involved in this. I feel like, again, it was great on paper, but once it kind of started playing itself out, it just wasn't. Yeah. I feel like, I mean, it could be a marriage for some, or it could just be, you know, all of your stabilities that you thought was stable are not, and it's giving you a lot of heartache. I feel like the process has moved extremely slow. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's like you really want to move on to this new thing, but you're also like holding yourself back from doing so. The the devil is in in your mind, you know. The stresses are in your mind, and I feel like there's a big need to balance those things out in order to fully move on, because the only way that the nostalgia of it is going to bring this much anxiety is if you don't work through it. And if you're trying to move on to calmer waters to like just get your happiness back, sure, it might come back for a hot second, but as soon as you are triggered by anything remotely close to this situation in the future, like the heartache is just going to come right back because you're not healed. You're wanting to passionately communicate. You're wanting to go out and explore other options. Yeah. So this process leading from heartache to the Empress is allowing you to fully realize your power. And that's the reason to celebrate here, is because like once you started making choices about which way you wanted to go in this and not really paying much attention to the drama that they were bringing in and saying, you know, I'm kind of done with that. That's when you started moving into this full energy and ready to move on and start this brand new thing that's going to give you happiness. But what's coming to you is like some anxiety about the feelings and the connection that you're leaving behind. It's like you know what you need to do, you finally do it, and then it brings like some anxieties. But that's normal. You know, it's like you move through a heartache, you move through a difficult problem or situation, and you start to kind of second guess yourself. But like in your emotions, you have the High Priestess, so listen to her. Listen to yourself, get really still and listen to yourself. And you will be able to move through this. It's going to be a slow process. You're going to start to explore more, explore other options, and before you know it, you're stepping into all of your power with the Empress. Male or female does not matter. This is someone who is abundant in every sort of way. This is the Queen of Queens. She has empathy. She knows her worth. She is all powerful, so abundant, with knowledge, you know, of a life lived. So let's get some guidance for you from the Oracle deck. I'm using the Mystical Shaman Oracle for your guidance. And we will see what guidance we have for you regarding this situation. Capricorn, also just thought about, the devil can also be you. Possibly you and a Sagittarius here. Got the King of Wands. Last one. Here we go. Okay, this message is for Capricorn. What guidance do we have for May 2020 for Capricorn? Okay. Magic, it is a 33, which breaks down to a 6. So let's see where that goes. When magic appears, you're invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows that all things are possible. Infinite potential exists in the great mind, and you are being invited to call it in and recognize the dance and synchronistic events, signs, symbols, and omens given to you through the oracle of the ordinary world. This is a sign that Spirit is reminding you that you co-create your world in a sacred partnership. Your part is to dream, to intend, and to watch for the signs that show you what next action to take. Right now, it appears that you are on the right track to make your dreams come true. Great Spirit is listening and acting on your behalf. Pay attention. Magic gives birth to miracles. I feel like it's here. Like, this is what I was drawn to with that message. It's like what is below you and what is above you. In your gut, you know that you had to balance a situation out that wasn't balanced for you. And you were reminded the reason to celebrate is the magic that come in, the synchronistic events that has also like helped pull you kind of out of this thing that looks great on paper and pull you away from, the confusion. It had you so confused, but the reason to celebrate is that you got clear for yourself and you are now standing in your power and have the ability to move into calmer waters and work together with others and community and studying and learning and just growing in so much abundance. And it's really sad that Heart 8 had to bring in the power of fully realizing yourself. But if you allow yourself to see the magic in it, I think that that's where the peace comes in and you bring in less anxiety. Listen to yourself, listen to your magic within, and balance this out for yourself. You have the power to do so, and I feel that you're working on it. So Capricorn, thank you so much for allowing me to do your reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye.